Chapter 76 Negotiations and Eruptions. After several discussions between the Seven Mysteries sect and the Feral Wolf gang, the two agreed to meet and discuss at a place called Falling Sand Slope, located between their two borders. As for the members of the delegate teams who will participate in the discussions, the Feral Wolf gang adamantly proposed that both sides must have one figure of high authority as an expression of good faith. Otherwise, there was no need to hold this discussion. When this condition was brought forth, it did not cause an uproar within the Seven Mysteries sect, since this was a very normal condition for negotiations. Of course, neither side was willing to send their highest-ranking elite to such a dangerous situation. The Seven Mysteries sect would at most send out an auxiliary sect leader, while the Feral Wolf gang would send out an auxiliary member of a similar status to maintain their reputation. Hence, this condition was not a problem. As a result, both sides agreed on a set date for the negotiations, and when that day came around, both groups sent out 100 or so members to join the meeting. In order to prepare for any possible ambush the Feral Wolf gang may set during the negotiations, the members of the Seven Mysteries sect participating in the negotiations had made a meticulous backup plan. In addition to the delegate team, which consisted of 5 members, the remaining 100 sect members formed a large squadron led by Vice Sect Leader Wu, the sect's second strongest member. The 100 sect members were all high-level experts within the sect. These members were all known protectors and were worshipped as core sect members. Among them included several elders, division heads, high-ranked members and the like. A squadron formed by such esteemed members was truly worth of being considered a grand battle formation, with so many experts forming the procession. Even if the Feral Wolf gang's entire elite troops attacked at once, they would probably not be able to block the sect's advance. Each member of the Seven Mysteries sect, from the highest to the lowest member, felt great deal of confidence. For this reason, if there was anything that hinted foul play, the negotiators could depend on these highly skilled martial artists to quickly kill their way out of the entrapment and return to their own territory, where there would be countless numbers of sect brothers responsible for receiving them, assuring them a safe retreat. Li Feiyu also volunteered to join. For him, who did not have much time to live, the more dangerous the place, the more his thirst would grow. Once the negotiation date approached, the procession that took up nearly half of the Seven Mysteries sect's top experts set out on their journey. To them, this journey would take at least half a month's time and would be slow and arduous. Han Li did not hold this matter with much importance. Whether or not the negotiations succeeded did not matter to him. He was getting ready to leave this place for the outside world to temper himself, so what did the rise and fall of the Seven Mysteries sect have to do with him? As long as they did not involve him, he too lazy to care about the matter. So during the days before the squadron would leave for the negotiation, he remained calm and leisurely about accelerating the growth of the medicinal herbs he might require in the future. Moreover, he started to collect a few precious seeds of herbs in preparation for future uses. Han Li already decided that once the delegate team returned to the mountain, he would officially say his farewells to a few members of the sect. If the sect's elite members were unwilling to let him leave, he did not mind revealing a bit of his true power in front of them for them to witness his might and completely give up on holding him back. In reality, secretly leaving would be the most convenient option, but Han Li was worried that when they couldn't find him, they would cause trouble for his family. He decided that conspicuously bidding the sect's elite members farewell while revealing a bit of his power to intimidate them was necessary. As for his excuse for leaving, Han Li had already spent a long time thinking it through. All he needed to say was that he missed Dr. Mo and wanted to search for his master. As for whether the other believed him or not, Han Li did not care at all. With his power supporting him, how could he be worried about what they thought? Whenever Han Li thought of this, he couldn't help but lift the corner of his mouth and reveal a hint of a cold smile. The current Han Li could extinguish the lives of a few sect members if he wanted, and it would be as easy as turning a palm. Of course, these was all just thoughts. He would not do anything drastic like killing sect members. But Han Li would have never imagined that 4 nights after the negotiating team left, a shabbily dressed person with long and unruly hair and covered from head to toe in dust would suddenly barge into his house. His eyes completely bloodshot, and with white lips, he hoarsely said to him a single breath, "The negotiation team is finished. Sect Master Wu, the protectors, the consecrated elders, the elders, they're all dead." Han Li was dumbstruck upon hearing this, but before he even opened his mouth to ask, "Do?" Suddenly from somewhere in the mountain range, a sharp and penetrating sentry warning rang through the air. Bang bang. It was followed by another wave of muffled sentry warnings. Dong, dong. Ding ding. Pang pang. All sorts of warning sounds rang out in the same manner, followed closely by countless cries of battle rising and falling in succession, throughout the mountain. Among the noise was the faint sounds of weapons clashing against each other. In that one moment, the entire mountain area, which had been covered with serene clouds tinged with sunset hues, became a giant battleground where members were massacred. Han Li's face changed. He was unable to continue listening to the man talking in front of him, and with a flash of his body, Han Li appeared outside of his residence. He quickly looked in all four directions, found the highest building, and slightly stamped his foot, his body appearing on top of the building. He then looked into the distance outside of the valley. His visage became very unsightly and gloomy. Not far within his vision, the mountain seemed to be filled with flames that reached the skies, people rushing around, and sword flashes gleaming non-stop. Moreover, there were sounds of close combat everywhere. The warning sounds that rang out merged with angry shouts and a frenzied mass of noise. Hearing the wind moving behind his back, he asked without turning his head, "Li Fei, is it the feral wolf gang?" "Yes." Who would have thought that they had planned so meticulously? After practically annihilating the negotiation team, they immediately moved up the mountain to slaughter the remaining survivors. The dusty informant with long and unruly hair was precisely Li Fei, who had left 4 days prior. His current voice was dripping with pent-up rage, unwilling to accept the feral wolf gang's actions.